Seeing the Alps is an awe-inspiring experience. It even warrants the making of a bracha. The Aruch HaShulchan brings one would make a bracha, Oisam Asaveracious, on seeing the Alps. However, Rav Dov Kook, a tzaddik who lives in Tveria, wrote more than 200 svarim. He's the son-in-law of Rabbi Yitzchak Zilberstein. He's then the grandson-in-law of Rabbi Yashiv Zecher Tzaddik Livracha. In his Sefer, Sichos Rav Dov Kook, on page Lamed Aleph, he brings that Rav Avram Yitzchak HaKohen Kook was nispael of the beauty of Yerushalayim. But when he saw the Alps, he was not moved. And we're the opposite. We don't necessarily perceive the yoifi of Yerushalayim, but when we see the Alps, we are moved. And Rav Dov Kook explained that for Rabbi Avram Yitzchak HaKohen Kook, when he saw beauty, beauty was defined by what the Torah considers beauty. In the Torah, yoifi is only an expression used when referring to Yerushalayim. The Gemara says in Kedushim Mem Tesamad Beis, Asara Kaven shall yoifi yardu la'olam. 10 measures of beauty descended to the world. Tisha natla Yerushalayim. 9 were taken by Yerushalayim. Ve'echad kol ha'olam kulei. And the rest of the world took 1. Rav Dov Kook interprets that 9 measures of yoifi are found in Yerushalayim, only 1 in the whole world, which means that the whole world only took the smallest denomination of beauty, which is 1/10, while Yerushalayim took everything, all aspects of the particulars of beauty, except for a little bit. So the Re'iyah, Rav Avram Yitzchak HaKohen Kook, who was on the Madrega of Re'iyah al Pi HaTorah, he saw real beauty. He saw the beauty of Yerushalayim, and therefore he was not moved by the beauty of the Alps, which pales in comparison to the real beauty of Yerushalayim. But for the rest of the world, who are missing that type of vision, they only see the beauty, the elementary beauty of the Alps, and they can't appreciate the beauty of Yerushalayim. This actually sheds light on a story which is told about the Brisker Rav, that when the Brisker Rav went to Switzerland, he would not look at the Swiss Alps. However, it's very difficult to accept this story. What's interesting is that Rav Mordechai Kamenetsky, when he visited his relative, Reb Shlomo Wolbe, he mentioned to Reb Wolbe, in his meeting with Reb Wolbe, that they say about the Brisker Rav, that the Brisker Rav said that when Mashiach comes, the Swiss Alps will be uprooted and transplanted to Eretz Yisrael. Now, Reb Wolbe was a man of great equanimity, but when he heard these comments, he rose to full height, and he shook, and he says, "No, it can't be. Der Brisker Rav, hadas kein mal nish gesagt." The Brisker Rav never said that. Rav Wolbe continued, "There are no mountains as beautiful as the ones in Tzfas. There are no lakes as beautiful as Yam Kinneret, and there is no city that sparkles Yerushalayim. Mashiach does not have to bring anything. Everything is already in Yerushalayim." Based on the story said by Rav Dov Kook, we understand that nothing has to be moved to Yerushalayim. It's just a matter of the proper vision. But what's interesting to me is that in the official biography of the Brisker Rav, Harav Mi Brisk, Chela Gimel, by Reb Shimon Yosef Meller, he writes on page 381 that the Brisker Rav was asked, how should one be moved by seeing the Swiss Alps? And the Brisker Rav said, "Das ist die Schönheit von Eretz Yisrael." The beauty, the majesty of the Swiss Alps is the beauty of Eretz Yisrael. Was ist jetzt in Golos in Schweiz, which is now in Golos in Switzerland. Which seems to indicate that although the Alps may not be uprooted when Mashiach comes and brought to Eretz Yisrael, but there's a certain element of beauty, so to speak, that went into Golos that's reflected in the beauty of the Swiss Alps, and ultimately that beauty will one day be detected when we return to Yerushalayim. But this also indicates that the Brisker Rav was not opposed to beholding the beauty of the Swiss Alps. In fact, it's a way of appreciating what the majesty and beauty of Yerushalayim looked like, and the beauty that Yerushalayim actually contains.